Good morning! Today is a super exciting day. We are flying out to our first destination this evening. Cannot believe it's come around so quickly. Last night and all of yesterday, we managed to get all of our chaos organised into 3 suitcases and some carry-ons. And the question we get asked so much at the moment is, how on earth do you pack to go travelling for 12 months with 2 toddlers? And so I thought we would just basically go through roughly what it is that we're taking. So I thought I would start with the kids' suitcase, because that's the one that I think particularly a lot of parents are really interested to know what we'd be packing for our kids for such a long haul of travel. I've got it all organised now, so it's a lot easier to show you what we've got. We've got these compression packing cubes, which are absolutely brilliant. So usually this packing cube would be probably double the thickness given what's in here, but because it's got these compression zips, it really just squeezes it right down into a much more packable size. So this in here is just all of Sadie's cold weather stuff. So this will be for when we hit sort of some of the countries that are a bit colder. It's got all of her jumpers and long sleeves and pants and everything in there. So we've been able to fit everything into one packing cell, which is amazing. And this packing cell here, it has got all of Sadie's warm weather gear. So this has got countless pairs of shorts and t-shirts and dresses. And she's even got her little cap in there and her hats and everything. So that will cover her for all the warm climates, which is great. And then in this packing cell here, we've got, I believe this is Maggie's packing cell. So this has got all of her warm weather stuff in it. So all of her little t-shirts and shorts and rompers and things like that. That's basically that's basically all of her clothes for a warm weather climate. So that's awesome, fits down into that one compression cube as well. This one here, I believe, is Maggie's cold weather gear. So again, would have all of her long sleeves, her long onesies, particularly for sleeping. We like to put her in like the Bonds onesies for sleeping as her pajamas. So that's got all of that in there. So within each packing cell, we've got sort of clothing for different climates. And the idea is that we've packed enough for sort of around 7 to 8 days worth of clothes. We've kind of done 7 as a rule of thumb, but then had a few extras for incidentals. So basically for our warm weather climates and our cold weather climates, we've packed enough for 7 days worth, plus some incidentals for the girls, which is why we've thankfully managed to fit them into these packing cubes. So we'll see how that goes. Basically, the idea is that we will probably be doing a load of washing once or twice a week anyway, because anybody with toddlers would know everything gets covered in all kinds of goodies and food and everything. So we're going to be doing probably a lot of washing all of the time anyway, so we didn't want to overpack considering we'd probably be just having clean clothes anyway. So that's that. I have a feeling we potentially could cut down on the girls' clothes. I have packed a lot more extras for incidental reasons. There's a good chance that I'm probably being a little bit overcautious. So we'll just see how we go with what we've got. And if we don't need as much, then we can always sort of donate clothes and things along the way. I've just popped in a light blanket just in case Maggie wants to take a nap and it's quite warm, but she still likes to have a blanket on her, so that's that. A light sleep sack, because she still sleeps in her sleep sacks, which is super, super easy, and I love sleep sacks. We've actually got 2 of these. These are, I'll just show you, these are pram fans. So because we're starting off in quite humid, hot climates, I thought we'd get a pram fan for each pram. We are taking 2 travel strollers. We debated this one for a little while, but we did a few trial runs of days out with both girls. Sadie she's still so young, she's only just about to turn 3. Full days out on her feet is just too much for her. So within sort of the first quarter of the day, she is asking to be carried a lot. So definitely going to take the 2 strollers. It gives us extra basket space underneath, which is amazing. We can carry things for the day. But yeah, 2 pram fans, 1 for each pram, because it's going to be quite warm when we first start. We're also taking their camera. So this is their little baby monitor. just because in some of the places they might actually be in their own bedrooms. Particularly for Maggie, she definitely does a lot better in her own room. She likes the quiet and the solitude. So do we, but we don't get it. She loves that, so that's why we've got the baby monitor, so we can still keep an eye on her when she's in her own room. We've also got, this is amazing. This is the Nutty white noise machine that we've got. It is rechargeable. Again, you just plug it in and it charges up. I think it has about 10 hours of charge in it. We usually just keep it plugged in, but when you tap the top, it comes on with a nice light and you can connect to it via an app on your phone, and you can change the white noise to pink noise, brown noise. I think there's about 80 different types of noises that you can have on this, which is just crazy, and lots of different lights. So both girls sleep with this, so that's really important, especially white noise, super important. It helps them to sleep. This packing cell here has just got all of their bathers in it. So there's a pair of bathers for each of them, and then obviously some swim nappies, the reusable swim nappies for Maggie. So, and then they've got swim hats in there as well, which is super important too. I'm also packing these are like little towel cardigan ponchos for them, so we can take those down to the swimming pools or the water parks that we are hoping to go to. And at least then they've got easy towels that they can just zip up and have on. I am also packing, this is, don't know if you can see that. These are a whole bunch of nappies, and they have been vacuum sealed in this bag, which is amazing. We just got this bag from Bunnings, or Hammer Barn, as Sadie loves to call it. If you know, you know. We love Bluey in this house. But yeah, a whole bunch of nappies. This will probably last us for maybe 4 days when we first arrive, if that, but it's just to kind of see us through that first couple of days until we can go to like a local supermarket and find the nappies and everything there. We also have a packing cell that is absolutely full of Sadie's undies, because she is toilet trained, but obviously we're still, being her age and being quite young, we still have some moments with that. So we've packed lots and lots of those to make sure we're covered. Now, this one is really, really cool. It's something that I was thinking about, particularly with, Sadie being toilet trained, but still being quite little. She can't really go onto, obviously, adult sized toilets and sit on the bowl properly. So this is amazing. This just will sit on the toilet at our Airbnb. And so we can literally just pop her on and she can sit there happily, do her thing, because we have gone on little trips with her where we haven't had this, and every time the toilet is needing to be used, we have to crouch and hold her, which the knees don't appreciate it, the thighs don't appreciate it. So that will be a really, really good little gadget, that one. And for swimming pools, we've got armbands for Sadie, and we haven't managed to fit it into this one. We've got it in Aaron's bag, but we've also got a big round ring floaty for Maggie to sit in as well, because we are hoping for the first chunk of the journey to be in warm weather. So most of the places that we've booked have got a swimming pool or access to a swimming pool. So we plan on spending a lot of time doing some activities around the pool. We've also packed some bedtime books, because both of our girls love their bedtime books. So we've made sure to just pack some thin ones that don't take up too much room, but ones that we know that they love. Definitely gonna use those while we're overseas. And then I've just got a couple of pairs of shoes for each of them. So Sadie's got a pair of runners, and then she's also got a pair of Crocs that are sitting ready for her to put on to wear on the flight, because they're gonna be amazing for on the aeroplane. And then Maggie's also she's got a pair of runners that she's gonna be wearing on the plane, but she's also got some little Crocs as well, which are just way too cute. And then just a couple of pairs of sandals in a slightly bigger size for Maggie, because I have a really strong feeling she's about to have a big growth spurt, particularly with her feet. She's going to be a tall one, so we want to cover our bases with that one. In this big packing cell here, most important is all of their toys and stuffies, and we've got Lego, we've got their doctor's set they both love to play with. We've got some building block, like magnetic block things in here that they absolutely love to play with. We've got a couple of little pots of Play-Doh because that's just a universal loved toy. Yeah, this pouch here is full of Lego, so Sadie can pack some Lego. We've got a couple more books in here as well. So yeah, we've stuffed it full of toys and stuffies and soft things because we need to make sure that they still feel really comfortable and happy at the Airbnbs, and that they've got things to do, you know, when we first get up in the morning or if we have to have a bit of a lazy day. Yeah, so we've got lots of activities and things in there. And then lastly, just a couple of jumpers that I've left out so that they're easily accessible in case they get cold at any point when we're in the middle of traveling. And then I've also popped in this pocket here, oh, they're gonna fall out now. In this pocket here, I've just popped a couple of pairs of training knickers and a couple of bibs because again, if we need to quickly grab those out of the suitcases at any point, they're right there and easy to grab. That's the kids' suitcase all done. They are sharing a suitcase. I have a feeling we may actually be able to reduce what we have for them, but we just thought we would go in with a little bit too much to begin with, just to kind of cover our bases, because we can always reduce as we go. We do plan on potentially doing a second video of what we have packed for our girls maybe in a few months' time, just so that if there's anything we ended up not really needing, or if we ended up having to go and pick anything up because we were like, well, we forgot this or we really need that, we can kind of cover all those things and then show you what we ended up with after a few months of travel. Obviously this is so new to us as well. We've never traveled with 2 children, particularly not for such a long period of time. So definitely going to revisit this in a few months. I also just thought I would quickly go through what we're just taking for carry-on. So in this bag here, this is technically going to be classed as my carry-on. It'll have, that's our passports and tickets and everything. This is a packing cell that's got a whole bunch of activities for on the aeroplane. So it's got colouring in, it's got the building block things, the magnetic ones. It's got little shaky toys and things for Maggie and their headphones, along with they've got a tablet each for watching things on the aeroplane. We are definitely classing our travel days as, you know, anything goes days just to get through the travel days. So tablets are definitely there, but we do have things like colouring in books, sticker books, activity things, which hopefully we can keep them busy with as well. And then I've got my laptop in here as well. We've got a sleep sack for Maggie for on board. We've also got a blanket for her because she is a baby that definitely feels the cold, and sometimes I've found that airplanes can really blast their aircon, so going to be extra safe with that. Then we've also got some treaties for Mum and Dad. In the bottom of this bag, now this is the part that I love. In the bottom of this bag, we've got, these are the Cushy Kids air beds for on the aeroplane. We've got one for each of the kids. So I'll just open this. So basically we fold this out like that, we blow it up. I think it took us, because we blow it up with our mouth, there's no pump or anything, but it's honestly, it took us, I think, less than a minute to blow it up completely. So should be super nice and easy on board to set it up. And I'll just pop a picture here of Sadie testing it out. Brilliant, I cannot wait to use it. It means they can lay down when they want to have a sleep, or even when they're just sitting up and watching something or doing an activity, they can have their legs up so they're not dangling, and they can even have space in front of them to put their activities and things like that. So I really can't wait to use these. They're going to be, I think, a bit of a game changer to travel with kids. This is from a company called Cushy Kids. I don't know if you can see that on there. They are an Australian-owned family company, and basically they've got a list on their website. I believe it's of 100 airlines that these are approved on. And I'm pretty sure it says on there that if you are denied the use of these on any of those 100 airlines that are approved, then you would get a full refund. So really worth it, and I'm pretty sure all of our flights so far that we've booked are with airlines that are approved. The only one that I believe is a bit of a question mark is our first flight, actually, with Batik. They are a subsidiary of Malaysian Airlines. Malaysia Airlines do approve these. Doesn't say about Batik, but because they're a subsidiary, I'm really fingers crossed that they will be fine with this. So we'll give this a go, and they do pack down nicely. I'm just not going to do it very eloquently right now. And they pack back into, yeah, this little sized case, nice and thin, and they actually have straps on there so that you can have them as a backpack if you want to, or one of your kids can carry it as a backpack as well, which is brilliant. Then on the outside of this bag, we've got a carabiner. This is a carrier from Baby Bee. We really love it. It's super easy to use, and Mags is quite happy in a carrier, so that's going to come in really handy. We only plan on taking one stroller into the cabin. I think it's just going to be easier that way. So the idea is that Maggie will be in the carrier to get onto the aeroplane and to get off the aeroplane, and we'll have Sadie in the stroller. We'll see how that goes. If we decide that having two strollers is worth the pain to get it on board, we might do that. But I know you can gate check strollers as well. So we'll just kind of feel out what works best there. But just to start, we're just going to take one stroller on board because they are both cabin size, which is amazing. One stroller on board, carrier on board, and see how we go with that. We've also got these neck pillows. I've got one, Aaron's got one. These do zip out and transform into like a rectangular pillow. So my thoughts are, if I'm not using it, Sadie might want to use it as a pillow. So it's nice and versatile. We'll see again how we go with that, whether or not it's worth it. Along with the strollers, we are also taking our porta cot. This porta cot is amazing. It packs down so teeny tiny. This is literally a full-size porta cot. It's a Phil and Ted's. So cool. It packs down so nicely. It just sits on top of the suitcase. I believe it weighs like 3.54 kilos. It weighs barely anything. So we'll be taking that for Mags. Again, whether or not we actually end up using it is a big question mark, but we thought better to have it to begin with. And then if we use it, great. If we don't, again, something we can look at donating or giving away or just getting rid of along the way. Sadie has got her very own little carry-on. She insisted she would like her own backpack. And so this is actually what came with our Cushy Kids order. They sent a little free backpack. So she's obsessed with this. We're gonna take that with it. Basically in hers, all it's gonna have is her comforters, her Bunny and Raffy, and a blanket as well. So that's all she's gonna have in hers. Keep it nice and light so that she can actually carry it, and she won't ask for one of us to carry it because it's too heavy. Of course, she's also got Pikachu on the outside. Couldn't leave Pikachu, so he's coming with us as well. This is our bag that we would normally take on days out and things anyway. It's kind of like our nappy bag. This one is from a brand called Oi Oi. Again, Australian company, family-owned company. They make the best nappy bags. We did have one of their best sellers before, and we had it when we had just Sadie. As soon as we had Maggie, we realized we were having to pack so much more into the nappy bag, and Oi Oi came out with this one, which is called the Multitasker, and it's designed for people with 2 young children. So it's incredible, has so much space. So this will be kind of like my carry-on, but because we've got an infant or a small child traveling with us, we are allowed a baby essentials bag on top of our normal carry-on allowance. So technically that's covered by that. So in the front, we'll just be keeping their lunch boxes with lots and lots of snacks. Our kids are snackers, so we kind of figure as long as we've got enough snacks to see us through, we will be absolutely fine. We also have like a bib, and I'll be putting my purse and things into here in that front pocket as well. In this very front little one, we've got things like sanitizer, moisturizer, lollipops, a big one, A, for bribery, but B, so that when we go up, when we take off in the aeroplane, she can, particularly Sadie, can suck on one of these and hopefully that will help to equalise her ears. In this very back pocket, we're able to fit anti-back wipes. They're just for surfaces or if Maggie drops her dummy or whatever. We've got, this is just full of first aid stuff. So it's got a little first aid kit in there with Band-Aids and things. It's also got the kids' Panadol and Nurofen in there as well, and some Panadol and Nurofen for mum and dad, because that is going to be needed. Hopefully not, but. Then we've got our little nappy pouch. My sister made this little pouch, super cute, love it, so clever, and it fits. We've got about 4 nappies in there for Maggie, a changing mat, a little changing mat that actually came with our oily bag, and then in the front we've just got some wipes and like nappy creams and nappy bags in the front there as well. We've also managed to fit in here a little, this is a compression packing cell again, but this is full of a spare pair of clothes for each of the girls and some spare undies and things for them as well. We've also got drink holders on each side of the bag. So we've got Sadie's water bottle, and I'm yet to, I don't think it's here, but I'll also be putting Maggie's water bottle in the other side. We've also got Carabiner to the outside, a dummy holder, so we can pop her dummy in there when she's not using it. And one of the best parts about this bag is on the back, it's got a luggage strap, so I can actually just place that on top of the suitcase and it can just hold itself on there if I'm not wanting to have it on my back. I almost forgot, in my suitcase, I had quite a bit more room in mine, so I've managed to get a big packing cell full of snacks and food and sippy cups for the girls, just again enough for the first sort of 3 days-ish, just so that we've got enough to see us through until we can go suss out some local supermarkets and see what kind of foods we can get for the girls where we're going. So that will hopefully keep us going. Yeah, and then basically in my bag, I've just got what you would normally pack as, I guess, an adult going traveling, but again, tried to just keep to 7 days worth of outfits, and then tried to keep our toiletries really small as well. I've got little reusable travel bottles for shampoo, conditioner, body wash, and the idea is whenever we are at a location, I will go and buy some body wash and shampoo and things at the supermarket, and then when we're ready to fly out to a different location, I can just fill up those little bottles and just travel light with a small amount to keep us going for a few days at the next location. But yeah, so that's everything that we're packing to go traveling for 12 months with 2 toddlers. I hope this was somewhat helpful or just ease some curiosity. But if you feel like you would like to know a bit more about anything that we've packed, like go into a bit more detail, or if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to drop a comment below or just flick us a DM. Or even if you feel like we've missed something, because that's also possible. We will see you in the next one where we actually fly out to our first destination. So yeah, we'll see you then. Bye.